Hello and welcome to Galactic Hood Buddha. My name is Milady's Pawns, your spirit shifter, where we sit here and work with each other so that you can start your spiritual awareness journey slowly but surely, getting to a space where you feel harmony within. How are you today? Happy Friday. This is part two to Let's Talk About Relationships. If you haven't seen part one, I believe I did that, and you can see it in the description below. We are talking about relationship in all aspects, not just romantic ones. We're talking about relationships with your children, talking about relationships with yourself, with your parents, and overall how they affect us. Today, however, we will be talking about relationships and categorizing them when it comes to romantic partner relationships. We'll talk about that. And then next week, I'll be coming back to speak about what the seventh type of relationship is according to the specific theory called the Sternberg's triangle theory. It's a triangle love theory. And there we'll get into passion, intimacy, commitment, and all these little details. But for today, video, we'll be talking about I want to say there's 5 to 6. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, 6 different types of relationships we find ourselves in when it comes to romantic relationships. Now, in the previous video, I do go into what a relationship is according to what I've experienced myself, as well as what those around me have experienced, those I have helped in my own personal practice, as well as what I used to do when I was in high school, right? So, what got me to open up to this now is that like I said before, I got certified to oh shit, I just put lipstick on this. Y'all, I'm clumsy, so at the end of the day, something was gonna happen today. Anyways, so I am a minister for marriage, funerals, and baptism. And I wanted to let others know about this in addition to what type of experience and background I have in relationships. Now, I do talk about my own personal relationships and how I got to picking the guys that I dated and things like that. And I'll get deeper into that. But for now, what I want you to understand that as I go through these relationships, not only look at the one that you're in now when in the more romantic aspect, but just look at the ones you had in the past and maybe some relationships that might not have a title or a relationship that you were confused about kind of falls in any of these categories to help you heal that aspect, not necessarily to go back and reminisce. Now, that's what you want to do because it was a fun time, do you? Now, but if it's a time for you to heal, I believe that a lot of the frictions that we have in our current relationship or just the friction of getting into a new relationship has to do with what we experienced in the past and especially what we've in our seen in our childhood. But I guess that's seen in our minds, what we viewed, what we intaked. And I talk about what I seen growing up when it came to relationships were I did see people marry, but I seen more cheating. I seen more betrayal. I seen backstabbing. I seen a lot of promiscuous activities, and that's what I grew up seeing. So when I approached my love life, I was just like, I'm gonna love money, and then love comes next, because I'm not gonna let it take me to these different scenes that I seen growing up. So it helped me out a lot. I'll tell you that much because I traveled. So let's get into the 6 basic relationships that I personally feel we can talk about here. And again, these labels is just something that is broad to society, but when you and your significant other are together, there is no label besides the ones that you guys put. That's how I look at it. Nobody has to be in your business. So number 1 is dating. So all right, dating. A lot of people have the different meanings to dating, and again, let your meaning be your meaning. But for this purpose, dating to me is 2 people getting to know each other, 2 people having fun, 2 people enjoying their time, and really tapping into what that romantic aspect is like, right? It's seeing if you can build a long-term relationship. Now, to other people, dating to them has an agenda, right? To everybody, let's just say to everybody, dating has an agenda. For some, it's more of a lighter subject. It's like, all right, I'm gonna date you, but I'm not gonna necessarily sit there and then put all my eggs in one basket. While there's other people who are out dating, and that's what they're doing. They're putting their eggs all in your basket. And so we come to the dating scene with expectations. And although, here we go with Bison. If you don't know, I got a dog named Bison who likes to make noise. Make some noise. And he's very like both my dogs, they're needy, but I love them. And so when two people come into the dating aspect, it can come that we both come with two different levels, right? And we can have two different meanings. So when you're in this dating aspect of your life, ask questions so that you can receive the answers and not get confused. And a lot of us fear of asking questions because this could be part of our insecurity. This could be part of our abandonment issue. This could be part of any aspects in our life that is restricting us from asking questions. This could easily be your parents not letting you ask questions. And now when you're in the dating scene, you don't ask, hey, where is this going? You know? So dating is just that. Dating is something that can be sometimes called casual, where you're just with each other and seeing how things go without actually putting pressure on each other. Because dating can also bring pressure to a lot of people. They might feel like they have to get committed really quick. So this is why, again, it's very important to figure out what this dating scene means to you when you go out there, right? Are you dating to find a committed relationship? Are you dating to have fun, right? Because we'll go into the situationships and other aspects of relationship to understand, like, yeah, I need to make sure that I know what is happening in this dating scene. And again, it's a time for exploration for both parties. So number 2, committed relationships. Hello, that should have been number 1, right? So committed relationship for people, for couples, is meaning that we're committed, we are long-term, romantically connected, and we are exclusive. We are not seeing anyone. And it doesn't mean just, traditionally we have the monogamous relationship, but this can also go into the poly relationships and all those multiple relationships as well. So for anyone who is in a committed relationship, everyone is deciding to identify with each other and really be in a space of growing together and building each other, not, building apart from each other or tearing each other down. And so with that being said, it also is a time for people to nurture each other and get to know each other, right? That's when you have the different names. That's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. That's my significant other. That's my partner. That's where this committed aspect comes in. And again, in traditional monogamy, it's all about exclusively you and me. That's it. We also have the non-monogamous relationships, but I'll get into that as well. But for the most part, this is your form of long-term marriage, right? Because some people could be married short-term and not really understand what this commitment really means. So again, in the next series, I will talk about the deeper part about the intimacy and the passion to really understand how this committed aspect is really important when you are connecting with each other. Now, we also have the casual relationships, right? And the casual relationships is two, you guys know I'm looking at my notes, right? Because this is a lot. In the casual relationship is 2 or more people who are dating regularly, right? So now you guys are having sexual activities together. You guys are understanding that you're engaging in some type of a romantic relationship, but it's casual. Again, the expectations are not there. It's not something where I'm expecting you to be there at 2:00. If you're not there at 2:00, then I'm not talking to you anymore, right? Because in this casual relationship, it's more of like we're here for each other when we can be. And this is an agreement again. This is all about what agreement are you making with the person that you're dating. Some of us honestly don't have the ability to be in a committed relationship, and people can say, oh, this has to do with you having commitment issues. It can, but astrologically, a lot of zodiac signs have this energy of wanting to be with people, but can't really be in the same room or in the same house as somebody. It's just that we need our own energy. And I'm one of those people that, yes, I could date you, but I need my own space. And it's not that I got commitment issues, right? Because that's what people always say, but that's why you got to get to know yourself. It's not that you have commitment issues, it's just that there's specific emotional aspects of your life that you have conquered already. And it's you don't need that much attention. You may not need that much, and so having someone with you on a daily basis can put you in a space of feeling suffocated. And again, it may not have to do with you having commitment issues. So just be sure to check with yourself the reasons why you may want to be in a committed relationship, a casual relationship. All right. So with casual, you guys go out, you have fun, friends, emotionally you connect, but it's not as intense, right, as the committed one. This one is more like, let's say, like little high school love type of thing. Well, no, some high school people get married. This is like, the I like you, you like me, but I got other things going on in my life that we're not gonna get committed. Now the tricky part about this is what part of it becomes short term, and when do you move it from not doing this anymore and it was a good time? Where does the detachment come, or where does it move from casual to committed? These are the things that you want to start asking yourself when you're involved with people. I know. Before it was easy, my ladies, you making this hard. Now I got to do all this other extra stuff. But guess what? Your body is a temple, and your body deserves nothing but the best to go inside of you and outside of you and whatever it is that you want to do with your body. But it is a motherfucking temple, so you're gonna fucking protect your motherfucking space when people's coming around. So if you do have to ask these questions and protect yourself, then yes, I am giving you these things, and it is maybe going to be a better chance for us to really understand each other and really prevent ourselves from getting into these cycles, right? Because what we teaching ourselves, and if you got children, we teaching our children, and we teaching people around us, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. We have to break this cycle of what it is that we truly want in our lives and what we want to experience. Remember, you create your own life. You don't have to be like everybody else. So again, when you're in a casual relationship, you're really not exclusive. So you can't really get mad if homeboy or homegirl got somebody else dating, or y'all in the same restaurant together, right? Because then now we talking about something different. Again, where your feelings lie. People in casual relationships, they normally are attracted to the next person again, but it's not really somebody that you can see yourself in the future with. Again, why it's casual. When does it stop? Then you have, right, that's the casual relationships, but then you also have the casual sex. The casual sex is just that two or more people spending time together just to do that. If you do that, come to the table with this. Like, yo, listen, you look good. I just want some casual sex. Not really trying to do all the extra stuff. Can you agree to that? You know, the problem is that a lot of times this casual sex feels so comfortable that we go ahead and then we make it long term. And then it turns into casual relationships. Then we want committed relationship. But how did we start again? And so again, it's like what you would call friends with benefits, right? People like to use those words. So casual sex is straightforward. There's really not nothing much to it. You're not interested in anything romantic. You're mainly focused on just the platonic friendship and the sex. That's it. Now the situationship. I feel like this came out. I don't know when this term came out, but I want to say this term came out probably like when I started seeing it was like 2018. And situationship is really just that. Like we're just riding with each other. We don't know if we're in a committed, casual, committed, sexual committed relationship. But like we don't know what the hell we are. There's like no definition. We didn't talk about it. We just like experiencing all types of relationships in one, and there is nobody talked about nothing. So it's like I'm coming over to your house, we cooking, we spending time, we watch it, a movie, or we going out to eat, we watching the sunrise, the sunset. But then at the same time, we're not really saying to each other that we're committed. We're not saying that we're casual. So it's just a fog of confusion. And I believe that majority of society is in that space where it's just like hey, I got this thing going on in my life, but I think I'm with you. What you doing with my man? Did y'all say y'all was committed, or did you say you and your girl was committed? Like, where was the conversation at? So the situationships is really that. It's really a space of being with somebody without having a label and not necessarily really understanding what's going on, because technically we're both not on the same page. So what do we call this? So, and then on top of that, it goes back to the space of like, it could be again like a casual relationship, really short term and not a clear definition. I do want to express that, we all embody the energy of love. And by us embodying the energy of love, it is important to understand that we attract that to us, right? For whatever reason it is, we attract love to us when we bring that energy back into ourselves. So it's very important for you to understand what category you feel comfortable in, right? And again, it's like, oh, why do I have to fit in a category? Why be in the air and then have your feelings in the air, and then have yourself in a space of pondering and wondering when you can assure your feelings with what it is that you want to do with what's in front of you? That may fly by a lot of people's heads. All right, and the last but not least is ethical non-monogamy. And that one is when people are on board to basically have multiple romantic relationships with different partners. This is like the polygamy, open relationships. This is just pretty much where people are dating. They're not exclusive. Again, they have boyfriends, they have partners, and they're just pretty much dating other people, and those people are aware that they're dating other people and they're okay with it. So is still in a space of sharing what would be that romantic aspect, that casual aspect. I feel like this one also holds all of it together. Like, we could be in the space of like exclusive only dating, or we can just be all of this, only dating and exclusive sometimes, and then we're not. I feel there's more leeway when it comes to like the casual dating and the ethic non-monogamy. So let me know in the comments what relationship you feel like you're in or you've experienced. For myself, I definitely was in situationships for sure. Because I was the one that was always confused about like, do I really want to be with you or do I not? Like, it was um casual dating. I did not participate in, because that didn't sit with me right. It didn't, especially knowing the energies of the bodies and things like that, or whatever the case may be. I was in a few committed relationships. Dating, who I date all the time. Yes, I do. I date. I go out. We go out to eat. I understand. I get to know him, to have a good time. If I feel like this is a situation where it's long term, we'll talk about that. Don't rush me. And with that being said, these are short series, but at the same time is ones that's going to help us shift into the getting deeper into what we want. A lot of times I hear my clients, I hear my friends, I hear my family say, well, if he or she comes with this situation, what should I say or do? Should I accept it? And then I always go, well, what do you want? This person could come with like a package. This is the relationship right here, or this is what we're doing. They could come with a package, but what do you want? What do you want to experience in a relationship? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want that? Do you want to wait for somebody to decide what y'all gonna be? It's my 9:30 alarm. Do you want to be the one to wait and decide what that person wants it to be? And then start asking yourself questions. Are you one to want to be in a committed relationship in this lifetime? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you can be in a casual relationship without sitting there and bashing somebody's window, right? Because, a lot of us forget, and I know many people are going to get mad, but there's more men than women in the world. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of aspects that we're not tapping into in the sense of really understanding what we want. So honor the person that you're with, but honor yourself more. Honor yourself more and know what you're worth, and know what can truly be in your space so you can experience. Relationships are energies that we experience as we shift through our energies of knowing what level we're at when it comes to accepting love in our lives. All right. So you really have to be in the space of knowing what level are you in to receive and what level are you in to give, right? Because a lot of times we want, but what are you giving? What are you giving in these relationships? Are you giving cheating vibes? Are you giving lack of communication vibes? You know, what is it? Are you giving abandonment vibes? I know for sure I gave codependency vibes for sure. Because at the end of the day, I was codependent on my mom's, and that was the person that brought me up, and that's the person who I seen in relationships in addition to other people. So at the end of the day, I definitely codependency because what happened? My mom's had us depend on her for everything. Like there's parents that create that energy where it's just like the only person that you can get stuff is from me. So you would think that about love too. The only way I'm gonna get love if it's I just stay with you, and it's just like not really. All right, so I do counsel couples. I do counsel singles, shifting through our energies. I really, really work with the inner child to really dig deep into the 9 years of your life to see what was it, how was it, who was it, what did you pick up, you know? And that will bring so many ripple effects of the relationships that you had. I do have a Reiki box coming in November, and it is going to be about relationships. I myself am in the Reiki box. We have, you can see it in the corner right here. We have we're working on the inner child, and I get myself in there. And if you look at the IG that I did yesterday, I expressed one of my aha moments from my childhood that I suppressed. So healing parents, healing children, healing all those relationships can get a jump start next month as you begin to bring that energy. Now it does take its time. So I'm not trying to tell you get in the box and things are gonna be okay. No, because I myself experienced healing the energies with my mom's that was very toxic and relationships, and that took some time, and then she eventually passed away on me. But I did heal as much as I could. So it does take time to heal. This is a lifetime. So if you're rushing, I don't know what to tell you. Besides that, I love you. I'll be live tomorrow. Already know our Saturdays are popping. Let me know in the comments what relationship you feel you're in. What I'll do is I'll pin the types so you guys can know what types we talked about. I love you. What is that? What is that?